Happy Wednesday, friends. It is Wednesday, isn't it? I don't know. All these days been running together. Anyway, this is our last basketball review show of the college basketball season. We'll go with the championship games. Also go over some baseball and softball things that have happened in the last few days. Got quite a few news items, so we'll get to that. Before we start, hit that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. So, John Calipari, looking for a fresh start, leaves Kentucky. Gets I think it's a 5-year deal with Arkansas now. He's going to replace Eric Musselman, who left for USC. Calipari was there, 15, 16 years. Had some good moments, but it seems like lately they haven't been having a lot of Kentucky moments. So probably a good thing, fresh start for both Calipari and Kentucky. I don't know if Kentucky's gotten somebody else yet. I didn't see. Maybe they did. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Calipari, new head coach at Arkansas. Dan Hurley says he plans to stay at UConn. He is going to start a dynasty there. So that's cool. I like it when coaches stay and just don't jump ship after success. So good for him. I hope he does. Hope he does build a dynasty there. Speaking of UConn, them and Duke, they open as betting favorites to win the national championship next year. We'll see how that goes. The women's national championship game, which South Carolina won over Iowa, drew 18.7 million viewers. Since 2019, only the Olympics, football, and World Cup have drawn more TV viewers than that game, which is pretty incredible. NCAA Division I Council could adopt emergency legislation this month for a new transfer rule that will allow all undergraduate athletes to transfer and play immediately if they meet specific academic requirements. So we'll see how that works out for them there. Oregon State's forward women's basketball, Tamia Gardner, entered the transfer portal. She averages 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. Helped them to the Elite Eight. Seems like a lot of people, players, administration jumping ship from Washington State and Oregon State because they don't know what's going to happen. UNC guard Deja Kelly, she has entered the transfer portal. She averages 15 points, 4 rebounds a game, so somebody looking to pick her up. Central Florida defensive end Josh Salazar says he will transfer to Texas A&M. Last year, 54 tackles, 9 sacks. As a Aggie fan, hey, I'm happy about this. UCF fan may not be so happy about it. I am. Texas defensive lineman draft prospect tackle Vondre Sweat. Top prospect going the first round. They said arrested for DWI in Austin. Evidently, he was involved in a crash. The other driver took off running. I think they eventually caught him. Sweet stuck around, got arrested for DWI. Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year and the Outland Trophy winner. Made a mistake. Big one. Could have been a lot worse than it was. So, all right, so we had the national championship games, the women and the men's. As we mentioned, South Carolina beat Iowa 87-75 on the women's side. Johnson, 19 points, 4 rebounds. She came off the bench to do that for South Carolina. Cardoso, behind her, 15 points, 17 rebounds. Iowa's Clark, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, hit 5 3-pointers. And Martin, she had 16 points, 5 rebounds behind Clark. South Carolina, 35 for 73 from the field. Iowa, 25 for 63 from the field. South Carolina, 8 for 19 on 3-point shooting. Iowa was 9 for 23 3-point shooting. USC, 9 for 17 from the free throw line, and Iowa was 16 for 20 from the free throw line. South Carolina, 51 rebounds. Iowa got a total of 29. South Carolina, 16 assists. Iowa got 13. Gamecocks, 14 points off of turnovers. Iowa did have a little more, just one more, 15 points off of turnovers. Gamecocks, 48 points in the paint. Hawkeyes, 32 points in the paint. Iowa had a great first quarter, but then after that, they were just outscored all the other quarters by South Carolina. Last 3 quarters, they were outscored by 10 points, 6 points, 3 points. So after that first quarter, South Carolina just turned it on. So South Carolina women's national champions in basketball. The men's game, pretty good game, I thought. UConn beat Purdue by 15, 75-60. UConn, Newton, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, followed by Castle, 15 points, 5 rebounds. Klingon and Spencer, 11 points each. Remember those stats for this right here. Purdue, Edey, 37 points, 10 rebounds, followed by Smith, the next highest scorer on Purdue, 12 points, 8 rebounds. They've been saying, and I've even been noticing it, can Purdue win a national championship with the surrounding support that Edey has? Man, when your next leading scorer is only 12 points, I just don't, you just can't. He makes some people mad here, but if it weren't for him, I just wonder how far they would have actually gotten into the playoff, into the tournament. He seemed to do it all every game, and everybody else was just kind of right there behind him. But anyway, hey, you got the national championship game. That's cool. That's something to be proud of. UConn, 30 for 62 from the field, 6 for 22 three-point land, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. They had 35 rebounds, 18 assists, 11 points off turnovers, 14 points in the paint, 18 fouls in this game. Purdue, they shot 24 for 54 from the field, only 1 for 7 from three-point land, 11 for 15 from the free throw line, 28 rebounds, only 8 assists, 13 points off turnovers, 40 points in the paint. They did have less fouls, though. They had 15 fouls. Purdue played good. I mean, they really did, especially in that first part of the game. Just not enough help there for Zach Edey. Can't expect one guy to do it all by himself. They're down by 6 at halftime. Outscored 39-30 in the second half. So they were there. Just not enough. So UConn, men's basketball national champions. Let's do some baseball here. Go back to Sunday. Number 2, Clemson beat Notre Dame 13-12 in 11 innings. Number 22, South Carolina beat number 3, Texas A&M 6-5. Petrie for South Carolina, 2-run home run. Becker had 8 strikeouts. The entire Gamecock pitching staff, 12 total strikeouts in that game. Number 4, Tennessee beat Auburn 19-5. Stark for Tennessee, grand slam and a 3-run home run. Auburn side, McMurray, he had a 3-run home run in that game. Number 5, Oregon State beat Arizona State 9-7. Missouri beat number 6, Florida 11-10. Number 18, Dallas Baptist beat Western Kentucky 3-0. Number 9, Duke beat Miami 11-0 in 11 innings. Number 21, Wake Forest beat number 11, Virginia Tech 10-4. Number 12, East Carolina beat Florida Atlantic 8-6. Number 17, Kentucky beat number 13, Alabama 10-1. Nicholson for Kentucky hit a 2-run and a 3-run home run in that game. Number 14, Florida State beat Boston College 9-2. Number 16, UC Irvine beat UC Santa Barbara 11-4. Louisville beat number 19, NC State 7-6. Number 20, Coastal Carolina beat Old Dominion 10-0. Number 23, Mississippi State beat Georgia 9-8, despite Georgia having more hits, but they did also have more errors in that game. Ohio State beat number 24, Nebraska 9-3. Number 22, Central Florida beat Kansas State 6-1. Sunday softball, number 5, Texas beat number 1, OU 2-1, even though OU had double the hits of Texas. And I think Texas won that series. Not sure, but I think they did. Number 2, Duke beat North Carolina 6-1, even though North Carolina had more hits in that game. Number 4, Tennessee beat number 3, Georgia 3-1. Nugent for Tennessee, 3-run home run. Pickens struck out 8 batters for Tennessee. Number 6, Oklahoma State beat Houston 10-2. Oklahoma State, 12 hits in this game. U of H, only 3. Number 7, LSU beat number 10, Florida 4-3 in 8 innings. LSU's Berzon, 7 strikeouts. Lynch, she came in, she had 7 strikeouts as well. Number 8, Stanford beat Arizona State 1-0. Number 19, Arkansas beat number 11, Missouri 4-1. Arkansas's Halverson and Carter, both of them hit solo home runs. Number 22, Oregon beat number 9, Washington 6-4. Number 13, Virginia Tech beat NC State 12-0. NC State only 1 hit in that game. Oregon State beat number 12, UCLA 1-0. Kentucky beat number 14, Texas A&M 1-0. Number 15, Alabama beat Ole Miss 5-1. Bama, Clark, she hit a 3-run home run. Beaver, she had 7 strikeouts in this game. Number 25, South Carolina beat number 16, Mississippi State 3-1. Warren for the Gamecocks, she hit a 2-run double. Number 17, Clemson beat Syracuse 7-1, and then again 10-1 in a doubleheader. Number 18, Florida State beat Louisville 4-3. Loyola Marymount beat number 20, Cal 6-3. Number 21, Baylor beat Texas Tech 11-3. Troy beat number 23, Texas State 4-3. Number 24, Louisiana beat James Madison 9-2. Monday baseball. Not much going on because of the national championship game, but Arizona did beat Stanford 12-1. And then softball had a couple games. Number 10, Florida beat number 7, LSU 6-5 in 8 innings. Florida's Fabi, 3-run triple. I watched this game before the national championship game. LSU catcher throwing error through the first, overthrew first, and the girl on third ran home, won it for Florida. Bad break there, bad break. Number 9, Washington beat Seattle 3-0. A lot of games last night, but I ran out of time. I didn't get a chance to get to them. But now that basketball's over, we're going to dive full into baseball, softball. Because there's so many teams like basketball, we're not going to do everybody. I'm sorry if your team is 0-18 and they're playing a team that's 2-16. Unless something miraculous happens in that game, we're probably just not going to mention it. But definitely top 25 and teams outside the top 25. Or an upset. Hey, if your team is 0-18 and they beat the number 1 team in the country, yeah, we'll go over that. But so anyway, yeah, diving full on the baseball, softball. Couple months, what is this, April? We got, 2 more months of college sports left and then the summertime. Anyway, Wednesday, halfway to the weekend. Stay safe, work hard, work fast. It'll be all right. Weekend will be here soon. We'll see you next time.